Hey YouTube, this is Tiana, aka Juicy's Finest, and today I'm going to be doing a story time. This is my first time ever doing a story time, so bear with me. I might get a little, you know, stumbling on words and things like that, but I just wanted to try this because I feel like I do have a lot of good stories. A lot of things happen to me in my life that I feel like could help another person, red flags, things to, look into, to be wary of, things like that. So today, like I said, I'm going to do a story time. Now, this story time takes place about, I'll say I was about 22 years old when this happened. Okay, so first I'm going to tell you a little bit about me. So when I was younger, I wanted to be a dancer. I ran into this girl and she had a few kids and she was a dancer and she just like would bring home so much money. So I was like, I want to do that. Like, what? All that money she got. She has 4 kids and she's like, she has all this money and she's just doing it. Like, I'm trying to be like her. If you want more on her and that story, I definitely can do a story time about that. But just to, sum it up, I just liked how much money I seen that she brought in. So when I turned 18, I did audition somewhere, and it was the first time I had actually tried to like pursue dancing. So I went and I was so nervous, like so nervous. I am out there like flinging my hair around. Like there was like a mirror in the back, like all the men, it was like amateur night, and all the men were like sitting around the stage, and there was a mirror in the back. And I was literally just in the mirror, just flicking my hair around, trying to be sexy. I didn't even know how to be sexy, to be honest. So obviously I didn't win amateur night. So then I was like trying different places. I ended up going to this other local spot, and it was like a well-known club, and I was dancing there for a while, and I started to like meet girls and make friends and stuff like that. Friends, you got to be careful who you call your friends. But so I started to make friends, and there was this one girl in the club. Her name was Portia. That was the name she used in the club. I can't even remember what her real name was, or maybe Portia was her real name. I can't even remember, but we're gonna call her Portia because I don't remember if that was her name or if that was her club name. We're going with it though. So I met Portia. I believe I lived with my mother at the time, and I believe I did bring her to my mom's house. I think I went to her house like one time, and we just would talk all the time. Like I went on like one of her dates with like a guy she knew, but she brought me along, and we went to like a 5-star restaurant and all that. It was great. It was great. I loved it. So I'm like, okay, like she can put me on games. She can teach me how to do this. You know what I mean? Like I'm actually super shy, and I always felt like if I danced, it would force me to be like more outgoing, because it's like, I mean, in that profession, you kind of have to be. In order to make money, you just got to do what you got to do. So I was thinking that that would help me like come out of my shell and not be as shy and things like that. So I was like, becoming friends with Portia, and she told me that she was going out of town and she was going to New Orleans, she was going to Miami, she was going like all these places to dance. So I'm like, wow, like you're doing all that to dance. Like I'm like in awe of this girl. I'm like, oh my God, you're doing exactly what I want to do. Like, I don't want to just be here dancing. Like, I want to go travel and dance. I want to be like on a little flyer, like a guest dancer and stuff like that. So I'm like, okay, well, she can help me to start to get, you know, to that point. So she's telling me, you know, she's leaving, she's going out of town and stuff. And I'm like, oh, I wish I could do that. And I had just started dancing and I didn't have much money. Like I had a little bit of money, but I didn't have much money. She was like, oh, you want to go with us? Now I'm like, no, I don't really have any money. I can't do that. She's like, oh, my daddy will pay for it. So I'm like, he'll pay for me? And she's like, yeah, my daddy will pay for it. Like, she's like hyping this man up. So I'm like, oh, damn, her boyfriend sound like he the shit. Like, he got money, you know? So at first I wasn't sure if I wanted to go, but like it just sounded amazing, you know. And I had already went on a date with her with a man that like paid for our meal, and like it was nothing. So I'm like, okay, maybe she just got it like that. Like she's an it girl, you know, she got it like that. So I give them my information. I decided to go. I give him my information. He books me a ticket. And we go. So we get out there. He meets us. My cat is. He meets us out there. You know, we meet at the airport. And we flew to New Orleans. He met us at the airport. I believe he came in from like Atlanta or something like that. So when he comes, when I actually see this man, I'm like, girl, your man is fine as ever. Like, he looked so good. He was like light skin, he had long dreads, pretty eyes. Like, I'm like, damn, your man is fine, you know. So we go to dinner. Like, we drove around for a minute. Like, something was going on, but I didn't really know what was going on. Like, maybe there was something wrong with where we were supposed to stay or something like that. I'm not exactly sure, but something was going on. But we ended up getting a hotel. We're in the hotel. Like, we went to dinner, then we got a hotel. We're in the hotel, and he's like, I'm taking my hair down because I want to do like some fresh hair for, you know, the next day when we're supposed to dance and stuff. So I'm taking my hair out, like redoing my hair. And he says to me, oh, you can come get in the bed with us or whatever. So I'm thinking that, because I was on the couch, like the little pull-out couch. So I'm thinking that he's trying to be nice. You know what I mean? I'm thinking that he's like, I don't want her to think she has to sleep on like the pull-out couch. She can sleep in the bed with us if she wants to sleep in the bed with us. Excuse me. So I'm like, oh, I'm taking my hair out, redoing my hair. So I'm like, continue to do my hair and stuff. I think they went to sleep. And then after I took my hair out and like got it done, I think maybe redid it, I went to sleep on the couch. So the next morning we get up, like everything is seeming okay. I think I'm like fixing my hair some more, and he looks at me and he's like, I see you don't know how to listen. So I'm like, excuse me? And he's like, I told you you can come get in the bed with us. And I'm like, okay, but I was doing my hair and like, and then I just went to sleep. I really didn't think nothing of it. He was like, okay, well, I want to make something clear. The dinner was for Portia. This trip is for Portia. Like, everything is for Portia. And if you want to be a part of this group, like, we put our money together. And they had this like shoebox where there was like money in the shoebox. And he's like, we put all our money together and we make decisions together and stuff like that. And he's like, if you're not down for that, we're gonna have to get you a ticket and you can just go. If you don't know how to listen, I'm gonna just have to get you a ticket back home. So I'm like, if I don't know how to listen, whoa. Yeah, like I'm literally giggling because I'm like, is he serious? Like, if I don't know how to listen, I'm gonna have to get sent back home. So I'm like, oh, well, that's what you gonna have to do, because like, if I don't know how to listen, who do you think, what do you think this is? So he steps out the room and Portia steps out the room with him, and she comes back in and she's like, he said that you have to be gone before he gets back. Like, he's really mad. He wants you out the room before he gets back. Now, mind you, this girl thinks that like I don't have any money because I told her I hardly had any money. So she thinks that, I'm sorry, I'm sure you can hear that ambulance or whatever that is. My apologies. But she is like, he said you have to be out of the room by the time that he comes back. So basically, because I wouldn't put my money with them and I wouldn't do what he told me to do and get in a bed with him, which again, this is like her and her boyfriend. Why would I get in the bed with you? Like, that doesn't even make any sense to me. So I'm like, oh wow, so I have to leave. Cool. And he's not even getting me the ticket home. Cool. So I called my mother and I told my mom, these people, this man is talking about if I don't know how to listen, like I gotta go home. He said he would give me a ticket. He's not giving me a ticket. He wants me out the room. So immediately my mom gets me a room. Okay. So she gets me a room, and I think the room might be for like 2 days. Now, I had met some other girls at the club, and I cannot remember what the one girl's name was. I know one girl's club name was Eve, and then the other girl's name, I don't even know what her name was, but I think her real name was Angela. So we're just gonna call them Eve and Angela. So we had talked about them coming out the next day, but I wasn't sure because I just met those girls too. So I wasn't sure if like they were really coming out or if they was just saying that. You know, sometimes people are like, oh yeah, I'll do this, I'll do that. You know, sometimes I even do that because I want to do it. But then like when it comes to reality, that's not really an option for me. So I told them, I think I called them and was like, her boyfriend's kicking me out the room, but I'm getting a room. Are y'all really coming out? They're like, yeah, we're coming out. We're flying out in the morning, right? So I'm in my own room. The next day, the girls come out. So, Eve and Angela come out. They come and they just join my room. And so it's like, well, I'm gonna just go out with them then. Like, you know, Portia was being weird, her dude was being weird. I'm gonna just go out with them. So we went to a couple different clubs and we auditioned at the clubs. I think we got hired at every club we tried to audition at. But Eve was a little wild, okay? So she was like a little younger. I think she might have been like 20 or she might have just turned 21. But she was wild, okay? And the club was not playing no games. Don't give people your number. Don't meet people outside of here. None of them. So she's talking to this guy and like she's clearly giving him her number, and the owner or the manager of the club is like, nope, she gotta go. Well, this is our friend, so we're going with her. So we get dressed, we leave. So we're in New Orleans and it's during Mardi Gras. So it's packed, like there's people everywhere. So we're just walking around, we're having drinks, we're getting shots. So we're pretty much just having a good time at this point. We're not even like out there to make money anymore. It doesn't seem like. So we go to like one of these bars, and now, like I said, Eve was wild. So like every time we turn around, this girl had disappeared. She's like in the bathroom with this man, like doing who knows what. And I'm like the oldest person in the group at this point. So I'm feeling like I need to be like responsible one and make sure the girls are like okay and stuff like that. And they came out there for me. So like, I'm like, I appreciate them. I just want to make sure everything goes well. I don't want anybody to get drunk and do something stupid, whatever. So we just had to keep like getting her back in line. So we meet these guys. I think we met 2 guys, and they were like their age. They were like their age, like I was probably like 2 years older than them or something like that. And they come back to our hotel room. Now these guys are broke, like literally just broke. They're like staying in our hotel room. They're not contributing. We order pizza. They don't even put any money into our pizza, and they're trying to eat our pizza. Like, it's just crazy stuff going on with these guys. So I think like during the day we like split up with them, but the girls had got the guys' numbers. So we split up with them, and we like were doing things like during the days or whatever, even like it could have been like evenings, like, you know, 6 or whatever. So we meet these other guys, and they're like, I believe one of the guys was like a police officer, one of the guys was like a firefighter, one of the, like, they're like, you know, men with good jobs, and like men that you would think are like pretty much good men, you know. So they're in a nice ass hotel. They invite us to their hotel. We go to their hotel room. We walk in there, and they have like a table with like marijuana on the table. They got Coca-Cola on the table, like piles of just different stuff on the table. Excuse me. So we walk in and we're like, oh wow, not expecting this because of the type of like men that we think that we have met, you know. So we're in there, and like pretty much the party was not the vibe that we were going for, okay. I believe there was another girl that we met that Angela had known from the club back home. So I think that's how we end up getting like in this party with these guys, because she knew these guys. So in here, she had something set up where like they think that we're about to do what they want us to do in there, like, you know. And then, you know, we're dancers, so like they think it's a different kind of party. So we're like, oh no, like we're not even here for this kind of party. Like, we gotta get out of here, right? So we decide to like say we needed to go get a like another drink, or we said we needed to leave for some reason. Or maybe we didn't even tell them we needed to leave, but we like end up running out. And I remember when we ran out of the front of the hotel, like we run out and we're like cracking up, you know, we're like, oh my God, like I can't believe we was in that kind of party. Like that was wild, da 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 da. So then Angela realizes she left her bag in their hotel room, okay? And the man, like, we can't get back up into the hotel room. I think we either seen him or like he seen us run out and was like asking where we was going. We might have ignored him or something. I honestly cannot remember. But when we went back to get her bag, the man was being weird. He's like, oh no, I never seen those girls before. I never seen those girls before. And she's like, my bag is in there. Her ID was in there. Like everything she needed to fly back home was in there. So she's like, no, my bag was in there. She's crying. She's like hysterical. And he's like, no, I don't know them. I don't know them. So security ends up taking us to their room, and she shows where her bag is and her stuff is in there. So they let us get the bag and we leave. So we leave. We end up seeing these other guys, which I believe were from New York. And they also had like a nice hotel on that street, like on the main street on Bourbon Street. It was two guys, two bulky guys, too fine, like fine, okay. So I'm like, I want to go with them, like I want to give them my number, you know, but they're not trying to go with them. They want to call the broke dudes. So they call the broke dudes, and like I think one of the broke dudes did like me, one like Angela, and then Eve was just all over the place. Like she was bringing old men, random men, any man, you know. And she actually was dealing with a guy, one of the bouncers in the club. So she was like really worried about him. Like, and at the time that 4 a.m. I can't believe I just started singing that. But that 4 a.m. song, if my lover wanted to, he's probably somewhere with the dancer. That song was like a popular song. So she's up all night like singing that. I recorded her, but I can't even find the recording. It was really so funny. It was hilarious. But so each night she would just be up like, you know, singing about him and stuff. But during the day, like I said, she brought back some random man that she met in the elevator or something like that, and they were like locked in the bathroom. We're like, no, you don't even know him, and aren't you on your period? Like, you're being weird. Like, get out of the bathroom. Like, they literally, we get in the bathroom, she's standing in the bathroom butt naked with this man. We're like, what? Come on out. Like, you got to do better than this. And she got like so drunk. She got sloppy drunk every night. And like, I don't know if she had like a bladder issue or what it was, but she tended to like pee. So she would like pee every night, and it was crazy. But I appreciated her for coming out because I really needed her at that time. Like, I was out there by myself. I didn't know what I was going to do. So what happened next? We really pretty much just like was chilling with them dudes. The one dude slept in the bed with me. The other dude slept in the bed with Angela. And I never did nothing with the dude. Like, he just was like skinny and scrawny. I like me a big buff dude. Love me a big buff dude. Like, I'm not a small girl. I'm like 5'7", 5'8". I need a dude that can pick me up and stuff. Like, I'm sorry. But so yeah, pretty much like we just like kept going out while we was there. We had a good time for real. But pretty much I feel like Portia took me out there thinking that I was going to not have no money and have to do what they wanted me to do. And so I was going to need to put my little bit of money with them, and like I was going to dance and give them my money, and they was going to tell me what to do. Like, it's literally giving like pimp. I don't know. I'm not exactly sure what he was to her, but I wasn't for it. Like, I definitely wasn't for it. I think she came to my room one time and asked me to like help her with her hair or something. And I think I did because I felt bad. Like, I felt like maybe she was under his control. Like, he like maybe, you know, sometimes when you like love a man or like you've been manipulated by a man, you do dumb stuff, you're scared to leave and all this. So I really thought she just was under his control. But we had a good time when we was out there. We got back home. I did go to work, and Portia was being weird at work, and she was like, what did you tell these people? What did you tell these people? And I'm like, I really didn't tell them nothing, because like I'm not really, I mean, I told like Eve and Angela and like maybe like any other friend that I had there, but I didn't go around like telling all the girls. And she was just being weird, and after that, like, we hardly even spoke. I didn't even work there much longer because I got one of my friends a job there, and this girl just, if you want that story time, let me know down below, because this girl came to work and she literally was just doing the most. And at first, when I first brought her there, we was making money together. Like, we was really making money together. But then she just got real comfortable. She thought she could do things that she couldn't do. Like, we went to go do a party, like a little bachelor party together. She ended up like taking that money and like just all kind of stuff, like telling her dude she was dealing with at the time all these lies, and like he was like chasing me down on the highway trying to like have a conversation about her. Like, it was wild. But if you want any of them story times, definitely leave a comment down below. I definitely have more story times that I can put out there. But if you made it through this one, I want to thank you so much. Moral of the story is, be careful who you call your friends, because I definitely thought I was making a friend with Portia, and Portia was putting me in a position where like I was gonna be making money dancing, you know what I mean? But instead, I think they was gonna try to pimp me out. Like, honestly, I think they was gonna try to pimp me out. Like, what do you think this is? Absolutely not. But Again, I want to thank you for watching this story. If you made it to the end, thank you so much. Let me know if you want to hear some more story times. I done been through some stuff. I done some stuff. And I'm not ashamed. I'm not ashamed to say it. Now, there is one story time that I think I'm going to do. I am a little ashamed of, but it's like, I did it. Can't take it back. It is what it is. So, have a good day. Thank you for watching. Bye.